But, Johnny, let's move into our next topic. And this is one where I'm going to be completely honest.
Yes.
We only had 4 topics for today. Then we went ahead and while we were recording this podcast, Johnny comes out and says, oh, my God, what about Ant-Man and Wasp? And I was like, you're right. We got Ant-Man and Wasp. So what we are doing now is this is after we recorded the whole podcast. We're infusing this injection style into the middle of it. And
I mean, you want that ranch inside that turkey.
Yeah, you're seeing, I got ranch inside a turkey.
Okay, not turkey, chicken.
Okay, sure. If that's, I know you like ranch.
How about cheese?
Sure.
Cheese sauce? I don't know.
Cheese, whatever. Like,
It's
we're
like
infusing, we're infusing the goodness into so you get more topics. We're going to watch the Ant-Man Wasp trailer. We're going to react to it. And then we're going to talk about it. So, Johnny, you got it queued up?
Yep.
I got it queued up. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I screwed up. Mine didn't register. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Hold on, I got to rewind
Go back
now.
to 0. I hit click and it didn't click. You good?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
I just have one question. When Cap needed help, if I'd asked you, would you have come?
I guess we'll never know. But if you had, you'd have never been caught.
Ooh, damn. Throwing shade.
I do some dumb things, and the people I love the most, they pay the price.
Thanks to you, we had to run.
I like the music. I also like that.
That is awesome. That's my favorite
We're
part.
still running.
How we can just make the building into a little backpack.
You know what's bad if someone was in there? Then he tilts it sideways.
Boom. I love the pin technology.
Right? I want to know who that is, though.
You're talking about the villain?
Yeah.
Someone watching your back. Like a partner.
That's awesome.
Right? Run on the knife.
You gave her wings and blasters.
And blasters.
So I take it you didn't have that tech available for me. No, I did.
No, I did.
Basically, I don't trust you. You're like a giant man-child. I mean, he is.
I love how they're still doing the whole like that at the end, where it's like, hey, you know what? We're gonna do the funny gag of here's a Thomas the Tank Engine, boom, and it's blown up.
Something big.
Yeah, like here's something small, and we're gonna make it really big.
Well, that's kind of awesome because any household thing
can be big.
Well, that can be a weapon. As shown in the trailer, you can throw
You can also make your van small.
Yeah.
And then go under and then boom and flip
Like
another car.
Yeah, but no,
I love the PIM technology.
I love
they're
PIM
using in
technology.
this.
It's fantastic. No, I'm saying like you could take like they showed a Pez dispenser. Oh, toss it out the thing. Okay, now we're gonna make it big so it just hits the car behind us.
No,
that's fantastic.
So with this one, this is one where we kind of already know a little bit of what's happening already.
Yeah.
So we do know exactly the villain that you were talking about.
Yes.
We actually have an idea of who it is.
Okay.
I'm looking at an IGN article to where they believe it's going to be Ghost is who they're talking about. If you're not familiar with Ghost, we have everything you need about the villain. Here's the basics. Ready?
Okay.
Where most Marvel villains are busy trying to take over the world and feuding with their superhero nemesis of choice, Ghost is a more motivated by the love of anarchy and desire to punish oppressive corporations. Ghost has dedicated himself, more than the character's gender in a sec, to attacking the largest corporate empires in the Marvel Universe, using a combination of elite hacking skills and phasing abilities to dismantle them from the inside out. Sometimes he works as a hired mercenary, performing acts of corporate espionage. Other times he chooses his own targets, but either way, Ghost is a real thorn in the side of powerful businessmen in general and Tony Stark in particular.
Ooh, interesting.
So are we going to see something where I don't think we will see anything about, hey, you know what? This is going to be him going after Tony Stark because of everything that's changing with Tony Stark right now. But what I think this could be is, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to fuck with Pym. I'm going to try to screw with what Pym has going on. And maybe he's working for somebody else that wants to get their hands on the Pym technology.
Maybe it could be that, along with the. Could you imagine if someone like this, who already, if they go with the fallen powers he has, who can like phase through stuff already, or goes through things, can also shrink?
Yes,
Could you
exactly.
imagine how much better for his espionage that would be? So I mean, it could be a combination of, well, I'm going to take down this huge corporation.
Because like IGN said, sometimes he's a mercenary, sometimes he's for himself.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a combination of, you know what, while taking this down, I'm also going to take their tech so I can use it for my own espionage.
Also, what I love with this
To reference Stark on there too would be great.
Yeah. What I love though with this is this kind of seems like it's going to be a buddy cop. Almost.
Kind of.
Between Ant-Man and Wasp, where it's like, okay, this is Ant-Man getting his sidekick because you see his daughter kind of say, hey, maybe you need a partner. Maybe you need someone to watch your back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need, Dad. And it's like, that's what we're going to get. You're getting your partner. Ant-Man is getting his Wasp.
Yes, finally.
And the thing I like most about it is in the trailer where, oh, you didn't have that technology available for me? And how he...
Wait, she's got wings?
How Pym just delivers it. He's like, oh, no, I did. I had it. I had it readily
Basically
available.
looks at him like, I don't know. You're like a child. Like a man-child.
So, interesting thing. How this fits into the timeline. Do you know exactly how this fits in?
Not exactly yet.
Okay.
Because
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, you do have it.
Because I know.
Okay.
We do know. How it's going to work.
I know it's after Civil War.
It's after Civil War, before Infinity War. It's right after Civil War.
Okay.
So how it's going to work is we're going to see Black Panther this week. We're then going to see Infinity War in May. So after Infinity War 1, we get Captain Marvel and Ant-Man Wasp. Ant-Man Wasp is first because it's coming this year. That's going to be right after Civil War. So way before Infinity War.
Yes.
So we don't have to deal with Infinity War messing with anything from Ant-Man and Wasp. And then Captain Marvel is going to be in the 90s. So both of the movies in between the Infinity Wars are going to be prequels to everything that's going on with the Infinity War.
Yes. So the other two things we're going to get is before that.
Because she makes the comment of, he goes, well, if you were there, would you have helped me? Would you have been on my side?
Or if I asked you, would you have helped me?
And she goes, well, you wouldn't have been caught.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, well, I guess we'll never know.
But you wouldn't have been caught.
But you wouldn't have been caught. And that's like the one thing of like, oh, you know what? Doesn't want to pick a side. Doesn't care. I don't care which side is what. I just care about getting you the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And not getting you caught.
Yeah.
Because like she said, because of you, we've been on the run. And like you see, that's why Pym has to have it where it's like, whoosh, and it's a backpack.
Yep.
Here's my building. That it has to be so cool to just shrink a building and then move it.
Here's my business. We got to move it now.
Like this technology, I know it's fictional, but this technology has so many real life uses.
Oh yeah.
So many. Could you imagine how moving businesses would be if you could just shrink the building, move it over here, and then make it big again? If you had to have the real estate there, the room there.
Yeah.
But you could virtually just shrink it, move it, and then blow it up again.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many. I mean, just honestly, if you were to just do it to people, could you imagine having shrinking down businesses?
So like downsizing?
In a sense.
Like the movie? Like the Matt Damon movie?
I'm saying
the one that wasn't really that good?
From what I heard. I didn't see it. What I was saying more so is like you shrink down to go to work and then you can just come back and be normal size when you go home. Or
maybe.
Just in general, just shrink everything down except for food.
I like this trailer. And the thing I like most about the trailer too, and I like how I always say like most because I like so much about this.
Yes.
It's just a fun trailer.
It is.
And Ant-Man was such a fun movie. It looks like this is also going to be a fun movie like Ant-Man.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to have the same tone and everything.
It's going to be like, I think that this is going to be a nice change of pace. We're all going to get sad at the end of Infinity War. Oh my God, who's died? Who's going to die? Are the Avengers dead?
Not the Revengers?
Not the Revengers. The Avengers are dead. And then it's like, oh, and here to pick up your spirits. Here's Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, Scott Lang.
After they tear our hearts out?
Yes, after they rip our hearts out and kind of step on them, do that little twisty thing with the shoe.
Rip the beating heart from your chest, not just like
step on it and then do that slow twist
with a pair of cleats.
With a pair of cleats, yeah. You gotta get the holes in that heart, so it can't pump properly afterwards. Exactly.
Even if you would want to put it back, it's not going to work anymore.
I know this is going to be probably a shorter segment than the other ones, but you got any final thoughts? Anything we didn't hit?
I'm just excited to see this one too. I mean, not in the same way the other ones. It's just going to be fun. It's going to be pretty funny. Fun and funny because it's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
And it's just his attitude throughout the thing. And then just like...
He's also under house arrest too. We didn't mention that.
Yes, I did forget. I forgot myself to mention that. The ankle bracelet?
The ankle bracelets that they're activating.
What's really funny is I guess Pym's got something to...
is he going to shrink that off of him? Or
shrink him?
Or is he going to go gigantic, then shrink just himself? So the bracelet stays big and then that's how he gets out of it.
I mean, or he can just shrink himself in the first place and not shrink the ankle bracelet.
Can they do that?
Maybe. Or they can just throw the big thing on there and just make it big and he gets out of it.
Yeah, true. You can just shoot the little, just how they made the Pez dispenser.
Exactly.
You just shoot the particle on it, make it big, and boom, he's out.
Or if anything, I think Pym, if he can make shrinking technology, I think he can make something that hacks into it.
True.
Because that could be them activating it when they put the thing on there, or the other thing I'm thinking, or is that Pym putting something to it so that they can hack into it so they can get him and doing the Ant-Man thing again.
Because now, riddle me this.
Okay,
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay, Riddler.
Speaking of that, Sebastian Stan, did you hear about that?
Yeah.
He wants to play the Riddler.
Yes.
We'll probably talk about that later. But not what I was talking about. What I was going to ask is Ant-Man and Wasp are in Infinity War, right?
Yes, I do believe so. Ant-Man definitely. Wasp, I think, is supposed to be there as well.
So we're going to see them in Infinity War, and then it's like, oh, this is what you were doing before Infinity War.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting.
To answer everyone's questions of what were Ant-Man and Wasp doing before Infinity War.
Yes, right after Civil War, I need to know what Ant-Man was doing after that
Not anyone else,
sequence.
Just these two.
Another sequence from the trailer that was interesting is when the people are on the roof, it looks like, and he's becoming giant Ant-Man or giant
I think
Man.
it was a boat, actually.
Or a boat, one of the two.
There's
people
water
were
and
there and
everything.
they were
Yes.
looking at him kind of becoming giant.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be interesting of what's going on in the movie.
Yeah, what's playing along in that.
To what goes into that. Now I'll ask you, any final thoughts?
No. Like
After
I said,
your first final thoughts.
my first final thoughts. Now you want my second final thoughts.
They sparked numerous thoughts.
Yes. You want my second final thoughts now.
Final thoughts. The final answer.
I'm excited to see how the villain plays into this.
Ghost. Is Ghost going to be the only villain, too?
That, too.
He could be a puppet for a greater villain.
Yeah, I mean, he could be a mercenary because he is one.
Yeah.
So he could be someone bigger. Who knows? I'm excited to see that. And just like between Rudd and Hank
Pym.
Pym and
Wasp.
Pym, well, the three of them. Honestly, the demeanor between the three of them, the back and forth between the three of them. Because again, just from the trailer, it's funny. Like, he goes, she has wings and blasters.
And blasters.
Oh, you just didn't have the technology for me at that time?
No, I did. I did.
Basically, I don't trust you with it. Yeah, no, we're not giving you that.
And one guy, I gotta make sure what character he is playing. Yeah, that's it. The interesting one is Lawrence Fishburne. Did you see him, Lawrence Fishburne, in that trailer? He was also in Man of Steel. He was in Man of Steel. He's Morpheus. Morpheus is in that. He's going to be playing. He's going to be playing Dr. Bill Foster, who, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, helped Pym develop the technology. And he actually is the hero called Goliath. So that is who he is going to be. Goliath from the Marvel Comics.
Interesting.
So, I mean, we get to see...
Didn't even notice that, honestly.
is it a villain? Because when I typed it in, it said villain. Whatever. He's going to be Bill Foster, who is Goliath, and that's who he'll be playing. And Goliath comes from the his origins are the Power Man and Luke Cage comics. I believe he debuted in 1975.
Yeah.
And it was Power Man 24 was the one that he debuted in. He's a LA guy in the comics.
Okay.
But he's been in the Avengers. He's been in Giant Man comics. He's been in the Thing issue from 2006. So, and I'm reading those right now on the screen. He's also been called Giant Man and Black Goliath as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he is. But I want to turn it on to you guys. What do you guys think down below in the comment section? Ant-Man and Wasp, how hyped are you? And what do you think it's going to be for our psyches seeing that after Avengers Infinity War?
that part too.
Let us know what you think down below in that comment section.